We, the jury, find the defendant Silas Hopkins not guilty, Your Honor. Expletives, gasps, screams, and objections filled the courtroom. It was a verdict no one had expected for a man who stood trial for the brutal assault and murder of more than 15 women and 2 teenage girls during the past 4 months. Hopkins had a weak defense, and the prosecution had brought evidence to the table they believed who was capable of proving guilty beyond reasonable doubt. The jury didn't see it that way. Judge Sherman smacked his gavel and demanded order. Silas Hopkins stood remorseless and arrogant and sneer bubbling just below the surface of his expression. Across the courtroom stood Jason McAllister, the father of the 2 teen victims, his only daughters. He looked down at the floor, desperate to control the blind rage swelling within him. Not guilty. He thought about the future. What kind of life he'd have without Sheila and Cammy. The jewels of his eye since their mother had died the year before. Now Jason was alone, broken, aching for his old life back. That scumbag had taken it. He drove home after stopping by the bank to make a withdrawal, then ordered takeout from Main Moon. It arrived 20 minutes later, and Jason ate his Iomine, topped with General Tusso chicken with no enthusiasm. Not guilty. He snapped the chopsticks in half and threw them and his container of food across the room, tears spilling from his angry eyes. A text came in. He composed himself. 10 minutes, the corner of 38th and Washington. Can you meet me? He tapped out a quick reply and stood up to grab his coat. He knew the location, a gas station near the university campus. It wasn't far from him. He parked a block away and walked to the corner where a man in black trench coat stood with his hands shoved down in his pockets. 50,000, he said. Stretched out his right hand. You have it with you. Jason reached in his pocket. Jason reached in his coat pocket and handed the man an envelope full of $100 bills. He hadn't taken it out at once. His late wife had worked at a credit card union and had once told him a withdrawal of $10 billion or more required filling out government forms. Thank you, baby, he thought. You're still saving me. The man gripped the envelope and Jason refused to let go. Not so fast. Is he secure? Contained? He is, the man assured him. And Jason gave him the money. The man gave him a key in exchange and a post-it note. This will get you into the storage unit, Jason smiled. Just lock up when you're done, the man said and walked away. Jason turned the key over in his hands as he walked back to his car. He got inside and reached down under the seat, gripping the cold metal baseball bat. Best verdict money can buy, he thought, and drove away.